Hello everybody. Oh my gosh, it seems like ages since I've done a video. Yeah, just had a lot going on and I thought I would carry on because I've got a lot of blackout and things like that. I thought this is the time to do the Gothic glam. I've never done one before, a bit like my Halloween one, you know, so I thought I have to use that on the cover. What size have I done? I'm doing hidden spine, you know, a circular one. So there's a video on that. I've got that from a kitchen roll holder, the inside of it, the cardboard, which is perfect shape. So I've done that and I'll post the link on the video that I've done. And this is velvet. I did cut it a bit short here on the front because I ripped it. So I thought, oh, I'll be, you know, instead of this side I've tucked it in, and I thought, oh, I'll rip this side so it was nice and straight. And of course it wasn't straight and it ripped up just a bit there, but that's okay because I'm going to use pom-pom trim and lace there, so you would never know. Okay, mine is, it should be around yeah, so 5 5/8, 2-inch spine, I know that, curved spine, and the height is around 8. Yeah, 8. Okay, so I'm still finding bits for the cover, so I've got this, but I might not use that, and I'm definitely going to use that on there. And I'm going to downsize a picture for it to go in here. I've got these that I've shrunk down, which I'm not sure which one I use. I actually quite like that one there. I think she's going quite well. Yeah. So, and also because I didn't, you know, the kit that I put out, the Gothic glam, you know, I literally, because like I said, I'd done that kit last year, and I literally just put it out there, you know, so there was no envelopes, there was no nothing, it was just the papers. So in this week, now I finished the other kit that I was doing, I thought I would most probably go and play around with a few things, because I want envelopes, and I actually want some sort of rose paper, but because I've got these from Ayozie, I thought, well, we can do some embossed vellum and that can go in there. Black embossed vellum will look stunning, I think, as an insert as well. And yeah, so I'm going to utilise this, so that would be great. Instead of, you know, thinking that we've got to wait till summer to use them, I'm going to use them in this journal because I've got the red roses on in the kit. So I'm looking forward to using that because her stamps are absolutely amazing. The line detail is so good. You can tell she's a perfectionist. And it gives real crisp lines. So yeah, and I've chosen this, and I'm not sure whether this come out of the Halloween kit actually, but I'm going to use that as my inside cover. This lace is going to go sort of at the bottom there, but I'm waiting for some pom-pom trim because I want black, maybe because I want to use red as well through this journal. So I'm going to put there, and I'm going to have some pom-poms along here as well. Yeah, so there's no way you'll see any of that, don't know. Okay, that's what happened with that one, but I like that. So let's say I'm not doing the cover yet. I'm sorting out some signatures, but like I say, I'm not going to sew it in because I'm going to stamp and emboss some things before they go in it this time because of lacking of papers, if you know what I mean. I just think that's better that way. That I designed because I, you know, it was one of those things that was just sort of like floating around, and I thought, oh, I'll just put it out there and we'll see what happens. And there's been a few journals made with it and they have been absolutely amazing. So it's great. So, and I thought, well, all my stuff is out from Halloween. See, I want to incorporate this colour here, I think, and white. So, because there's some white bits around. So these are all just odd bits of paper. You know, that's the greeny one. Just got some envelopes there. So, oh, that one's a bit thin. Yeah, so this one needs some pockets in or something, which I haven't done yet in that one, so we'll do that one. And I've just put the lace on that way for now, just the first page of each signature at the moment. There it is. Yeah, I've put that in so far in one of the pockets. That's it. So it's a nice pocket there. Okay, and emphasize the big spider there. Yes, I'm quite looking forward to it. So I'm going to be making quite a bit of ephemera from scratch. So that's why I thought it'd be quite interesting to follow along on this one. I'm also going to design a few things as well to use, because I'm going to use my skeleton one that's a freebie at the moment on the Facebook group. I will put that on my website. So, and if I forget, please remind me. What have I done here? I've done some like cutting of pockets and a few different things. So, and I thought, oh, these are interesting, what we cut off. So they're going to create some nice shapes on the pages, I thought. You know, you can use them in certain places like that for a little tuck spot or just for decoration, really. I think they're going to look quite nice, and actually that would be quite nice as a, and then a bit, oh my gosh, yeah, if you look at that, and I know it's going to stick out a bit, so I might have to use a couple of them back to back, because they're, you know, this is only thin paper for pockets, but that could look quite nice as a, you know, tab, page tab, something like that. Yeah, or for definite for decoration. I quite like that. You know, that looks quite good. Gives a bit of something. I'm actually going to pin that in now because I might forget. I really like that. Looks great. So I'm just going to pin that in now so I don't forget. Yeah, so I'm going to do that sort of thing. What else I get? This is just, I have no idea. I thought I most probably can separate all those actually. I quite like the way it looked, and then it'd be quite nice to cut that out, a window out of something, do you know, and back that and then have a window and have some acetate or a vellum, you know, that sort of cloudy look. So I quite fancy doing something like that. We shall work with these. Pockets here, I've cut out some scrapbooking paper that I've had, so that's a load of pockets from the Crealies die set that I've got, which is great. Oh, I've done some embossing black card to use, which they're there, and I've also done some of these to use. A bit of embossing. That was with that one there, metallic gilding polish. Just sponged it over, but I wanted it heavier because I wanted it more silver. There, I've got this here. That's like for card making, but I'm going to cut that out and then trim, maybe trim this down and do something else with that. Not use it, you know, for the cards, because those literally go on the 6x6 cards, don't they? So I think I had that from my card making days. There's some more. I thought, look, sort of a bit creepy. That was just the end bit. I didn't do that bit. There's some writing here. And that one. That's the A4. Yeah, I've got soft spots on my machine here. Of course, you don't realise. I keep forgetting that I've got it, and I meant to put a piece of. I usually put a piece of paper in that area, and then it emboss a bit deeper. But I'm only going to cut this down and make tags out of it, so I wasn't worried. Yeah, so I've done things like that at the moment, just so that we can use in the journal. And I've got some nice fabrics, which you've seen some of it, but I've got, what gave me the idea for the silver was this, and I just think I saw that bit of silver here on this, you know. So I've got the red, we've got the silver, we've got the black, and I think that, and I love the pom-pom on her dress, you see. And I'm thinking, oh, I need black pom-pom. I didn't want white because it's going to be too grungy for white, and white gets dirty quick with me. So I can get away with the cream one, but not white. Yeah, And I love the pom-pom on her dress and everything. So, and I have actually got some more images like this that I might do some journaling cards. I forgot I had them, but I've been saving them. I was saving them to go with this kit, but at the time I was looking at it and I thought, oh, I can't get into it. Oh, I done a base, just sewed a load of fabric and some tags and just crazy stitched around. You know, that's just a base. I've done like a flippy thing that goes over the page. So, yep, I'll go sort of, not here so much, but one of the other pages that actually goes, and it'll go over like that. Okay, and then on this side I have a pocket, so I'll put a journaling card in there. That come from my Halloween one. I thought, oh, I'll do one for this, but we'll do it in those papers. Yeah, so I think that's about all I've done really, and I've just sorted out through the kit to find, you know, things that will go, you know, like these definitely, and all this sort of thing will go. A bit of blue there, but I still might be able to get away with it. So I've got loads of tags, tickets and just bits and pieces. I've got some washi tape. I won't use the orange, but all those are fine. So to give me that, I have this as well, which is amazing. And that's made out of a zip. Well, they were all the rage in hairbands years ago, so I've got a few of that. I've done some ruffles ready. I've got some black and some of that really deep red, which is wonderful. So I've got some of those. Yeah, I don't like that colour poking through. Sorry. That orange will cover you up. Orange. So I've done enough orange, and the other one, oh, and then I've cut some of the Tim Holtz tabs out of black card, but not many. I've only just like run it through once, so there's not many there. Yeah, and I thought that, I know it's got blue on it, but I actually really like that. And then on here, you know, because I sort of changed this colour a bit, because this was really black when I designed this, and it has that little bit of blue through it. You know, I got sort of like a midnight blue rather than black, which I thought, oh, this tape is just ideal. Well, it's got birds on it, but I don't know, it just looked like Gothic tape to me. So we'll just see how it all comes together, see what happens. Yeah, so I just literally have got to make stuff because I haven't got anything. So right, so let's begin. Right, hello, let's get on with these stamps then. This is Ayozie Designs on YouTube, and this is her stamp set, and it's going to be brilliant for this Gothic glam kit or journal that I'm making. So I am going to do, this is Vellum. I'm going to most probably, let's have a look, I'm just going to use this one here. I've just tried it the first time, and that is first impression. That is amazing. The line detail is absolutely brilliant. I can, you know, I actually said on her, when she showed them, I said that on a tea bag, a round tea bag and bleached out, these would look great. Perfect, because you can bleach all these areas out, and I think it would create some really lovely results, but we're not doing that today. That's for another day. I am going to stamp some vellum. This is the real vellum, actually, the one that you actually do, you know, the pergamano on, because it come out of my old magazines that I've got. So I thought I would utilise that because it's, you know, it's been around a long time. I used to do that about 20 years ago, loved it, but very time consuming. So I'm just going to stamp, and I'm going to use that one because that's the newest one I've got. That's what I got at the show, and they said it's good, so I'm going to use that. And it's a pigment ink because we're embossing. Okay, and it stays wet longer so we can apply the embossing powder. I do, when I do this, I do tend to only do half and then I emboss it, because I do find that, because this is quite a big area, if you do the whole page, sometimes the first bit that you stamp, depending on how long you take to stamp, it might be dry. So I will sort of do a bit and then I'll emboss it and then go and do the rest. Okay. With vellum, sometimes it's actually a good idea to put a static pad over it. I'm not going to do that today because I'm not worried that much, but if you want a perfect, you know, result, then I think they're called bounce. Use them for tumble drying, and you can run that over. They're usually pretty good. Also make it smell nice as well. But there is special pads as well that you can buy, but I've never owned one of them. I've used the little, you know, sheets for anti-static, but hopefully it's not much static today. So let's get going and do a few. And I've got a piece of paper on the back because we need to, you know, when I sprinkle that over, I haven't got enough to put in a tub. It will go on here and then we'll put it back in here. Okay, and again, this is going to be random. And I go off the page when I do random. Okay. Should stay quite wet on vellum. It's not the easiest things to stamp, so if you're new to stamping, I would be careful, to be honest. Right, just do a couple more. Let's read that way. Turning all the time. Right, let's do that bit. I'm going to turn that over. That needs to go back in the pot. Sorry, this paper's quite big, so. I'll put that there. Okay, I'll carry on. I'm not going to heat that yet, I don't need to. I was going to smudge a little bit there, but hey ho. That was a good one. I'm not. And then that's got the heat. That's got the embossing powder on it. So. sometimes gets stuck to vellum, so let's turn that around now. Smudge that one a little bit. And also be careful of finger marks because it will pick up on the embossing powder. Let's have a look. Let's get my just there, look, so we can get that off before we heat it up. Get a bit of a flick. And let's get this back to see if there's any we need to brush off. Like I said, not really that word, a little bit of ink's back there, but it's okay, it's good. Right, and let's heat it up. I'm using the gentle one here. See it turn. So I need to lift it up a bit because I can't actually see it turning, so there we go. And you don't stay too long on it because it'll go flat. And you've got to be careful with vellum because it will warp as well. So you actually do it from under there as well if you wanted to. Okay. But with this one it's okay. With the one that's a bit faster, I used to do it from the back because I used to find it used to blow the powder off. When it's done, it's usually quite shiny, so that's why I've got to try and catch the light. Look. Okay. There we go. There's some speckly bits there that, you know, but that cut down. I'm not going to cut it down totally. It would be a nice page and something like this. I'm not going to fold it yet though because I want to save a bit at the end, so there's that would go in there. Yeah, and I think that looks lovely. I'm not sure where it's going to go yet, but like I say, I'm doing some papers like this because I need to, you know, I need them through the journal. And that stamp is just gorgeous. Love it. Very, very nice. I'm going to be using that right the way through, actually. And I'll have a look at the other one. Let's do one more. Should we do red this time? I've got red embossing powder somewhere. There we go. Bit of red. I think that'd be quite interesting. Shall we use the rosebud? Yeah, I think we will. I think I'm going to use this one here. That's quite nice. Oh, I'll just get that out of the way because I need to stamp it first. Oh, they're great. Okay, let's put that in there. The sayings are lovely too. Really, really nice. Yeah, let's look after you. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp that. Oh, they just, I can tell straight away. They are really good. That is lovely. Okay, this is quite shiny stuff, so no, this isn't the right ink pad for that. Paper, it does make a difference. Actually, VersaFine might be better. Apparently this is better than VersaFine, but I don't, personally, I don't think so. They said, oh yeah, you won't use anything else once you've used that. And I was quite disappointed because I found it too wet. Let's see if I've got my black VersaFine, which, there we are, I'm gonna give that a try. Oh, there we go. That's my old one. I still say this VersaFine is better than that one, but we shall see. So we shall do one of each, and then we can compare, can't we? I know one's going to be red and one's going to be black, but that's all right. I'm going to try this one. But I think that's too wet. Alrighty, love it. Right, let's. I only need a couple of those, and I've always worked well for me. VersaFine. I did smudge that one, so that was my fault. It's okay. Got a double print there, but never mind. Okay, let's put the red on. Bits as well. Okay, it's going to look like velvet. It really is. Get rid of this a minute. Right, so I'll emboss that bit and then I'll finish it off. You've already seen me do it once. So what I'll do is, I'll go ahead and stamp the rest of the sheet and put the embossing powder on like you've seen. Okay, and I'll come back when I heat emboss it, because it's always nice to watch it turn. If you can see it, that is on the video. There we go, that's all done. So I heat emboss that now. I just missed a little bit up there, never mind. So I just got to get it nearer so I can see. There we go, and that's all done. Okay, it's looking lovely. Yeah, I'm liking that. So we've got 2 pieces of vellum done for some backing paper, or you know, making pockets, anything like that. Okay, so those will be used in the journal. Now I'm going to put that with my other bits and pieces. Might even make an envelope. Actually, that one's going to look lovely as an envelope, isn't it? To put in the journal. I think I might make one. Changing my mind here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's going to look nice as an envelope. Okay, well I need to cut that down 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. See what the biggest one we can make from that, I think, because we need a square, don't we? I know we can just put it together and I can cut it out, which I could do, I suppose. That's still going to be, it's going to have to be about that size. Just looking now. Yeah, let's do that. Once you do this, you will get a white line there, so you don't get any chance to put it right, really, because it will show. So it will mark. Let's have a look. And just hopefully that's all right. I just can see a lovely envelope there. I also see a page as well, but let's have a look. Oh, it's just so nice, isn't it? So let's score 1/4 inch each side now, I think. Let's get this out. I'm going to do 1/2 inch, I think, for my flaps. Just make sure that's in there. Sew that on, 1/2 inch in. Not pressing too hard because it will go through vellum. That's why I'm using the bigger end, not the smaller. Let's make sure that's right. Okay. Let's cut these off. I shape mine in a bit. I miter that, and I go inside the line. I don't know whether you can see. Okay. So I miter in there, and then I cut the top off. It's keeping inside, but then you can always trim off after. And then inside here. And come out like that. So you've got a flap like that. And a diagonal up to that line. Oh, just slightly missed it. Here we are. And then keep some of those with the black on. There I can use those. Okay, I'm going to round the edges of these ones here because that's our flap. It's quite a big flap, but that's all right. All right, corner rounder. Find it away. There we go. Now, do I want them rounded up there? No, I don't. I won't today. You do need good glue, but like I say, you know, they stitch well as well, but you do need a glue that doesn't show through. But with a bit of embossing on, it tends to cover it up really. So I'm just going to fold those over. Do that. And then I put the glue on here. Yes, you might say it's a lot of work for an envelope, but just nice. And that's the bits where we got a little bit of black on there, but that's lovely. There we go. And then it doesn't come up to there, so we can get things in and out there nicely, but I'm going to leave that to dry. Okay, it really needs to be just left. Okay, and then we can sort out after. Okay, with a nice bow around it, a bit of ribbon, and that will look lovely. Tucked in the journal somewhere. It's a nice big one. Okay, as a floating, yeah, it could be a floating envelope. I think that's quite nice. Put it around that way. Okay, somewhere like that, but it's not going to go there. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but we've done it. Because I'm not sure. I'm just collecting things at the moment to use, but yeah, that's lovely. Happy with that nice big envelope. Might even go on the back page. Where's the red one? Where did I put that? Oh yeah, that one's here. Okay, that one, I don't know, I might make you know, like one of those sort of, I might make some pockets for that actually, because we need to add quite a bit of red through the journal. So I'm just going to keep that one as is. Yeah, that lends itself to loads of things as well, so I'm going to keep that as it is and see what happens when I start putting the journal together. But I know I needed some things to make. Right. Okay, that's the vellum sorted. Right, I need to make some, oh, what can I say? Inky pages with black and some red. Oh, I'm going to try ink actually with red, to be honest. I've got a few of these things. So I think I might use some red ink if I've got it. I need some bits of red. I haven't got much. Some more dictionary paper here. I could do with some red blobs. Okay, right, I'll go and find me red ink because I'm going to try red ink. Okay. Okay, no red ink. Okay, I can water down acrylic paint to get a nice red colour, but as I was looking for my inks, I saw this tissue paper. Now, red tissue paper sometimes bleeds, alright, so I'm going to have a play, alright. We used to do this years ago, and but you can actually get tissue paper that actually bleeds, and all the colour runs on. It's great stuff. So I thought I'd just chop some up, and then I thought afterwards I'm going to wet this on here and then leave it to dry, and hopefully it will cause some redness that's a bit sort of, you know, odd looking, and then I can splash it with some red acrylic and a bit of black, and I think we'll get some cool effects going on. So watch this space. So right, let's spray with water. Make sure it's water. Yeah, I bet I've got the stuff that doesn't actually run. Summer's brilliant. If it doesn't run, well, it doesn't. We shall do it with acrylic paint. Doesn't look like it's going to me. I tried to, my sister gave me some that she said, oh no, this runs, you'll be alright with that. This was ages ago, and I haven't used it, and of course I actually can't find it. So let's have a look. I bet it's the good stuff. Look at that. That isn't going to run. Okay. No. But I know what I will do with it. No, that is not going to run at all. Right, okay, that's fine. I'm going to do something else. I'm just going to get a piece of acetate a minute. And I shall try and find some more red stuff. Right, I'm going to just put it on here, and I'm going to use my decoupage watered down Mod Podge. Okay. Might need some more than what we got though. Can you believe that? Red is usually the first colour to actually bleed. There'll be some in there. I'll have a look in a minute, but I'll use this on here. This is watered down glue, and oh yeah, black brush, but I'm not worried. Must have had black paint on it. But hey ho, doesn't matter. And can use this for different effects. Yes. This is just a bag. Couldn't find my acetate actually. Okay. Didn't want it to go to waste. Okay, and I'll get them dry again, and then we'll go back to that in a minute. I'm going to see if I can find some black tissue paper now to put in with that. Okay, I've got some black now, and I have a bit more red as well because you need to thicken it up a bit. It's coming up in strips. Oh, I found the paper, the bleeding tissue paper, but it didn't have red anyway, so. Right. Yeah, this is all the sort of stuff I used to do at school. Okay. And create some wacky paper. I used to sprinkle, I used to do it with like blues and whites and things like that for, you know, like, because I used to do a lot of nautical cards. That's why I don't do much nautical anymore, because I used to do so many handmade cards, and I sort of got fed up really of all the, you know, nautical themes, so that's why I haven't done a journal yet. I think I would like to do a mermaid one though, because you can make that quite pretty, can't you? Do something like that, whereas I'm not pretty at the moment. But yeah, I used to do like whites and blues, like turquoise and greens all together, and then sprinkle with glitter, and then, you know, you leave this to dry for a couple of days and you've got this wonderful paper. And then I used to punch shapes out of it and different things, and it used to look lovely. But we're going goth. So I'm going to add some black. Just got to make sure it's all filled in, you know. Good thing for your kids to do for you. Give them a load of tissue paper. They're enjoying doing this, and because it doesn't really matter how they do it. The black is running. You can see that running into the red. So it's just that red must have been a good quality tissue paper. So that's all right. And black is definitely running. That's great. Lovely. Right, let's go around here. Right, carry on doing that and leave it to dry. I mean, it does take a while to dry, admittedly, but we've got some wacky paper going on, and you just peel it off. Peel it off of there, and it's actually quite see-through. It's really good for sort of Gothic, you know, with the windows, and it makes it look like it's stained glass window. So we shall see. Right, this is not quite dry yet, but I'm going to get on with something else, and I just thought I'd show you what I mean. Okay, so that just peels literally when that's dry, but don't do it until it's dry because you can rip it. Okay, then you've got yourself some quite funky papers, and it's almost, you know, it's see-through in areas and everything. It's just good fun. All right, I've got one little hole there I noticed, so I'm just going to reapply a bit on that one, but that's the only hole, so it's not too bad. Yeah, see, it's not quite dry on that end there. All right, and you can cut shapes out of it, you know, decorate tags with it. So it's just amazing to work with, and it's lovely. Looks very Gothic-y, doesn't it? Yeah. So I'm just going to repair that little hole and then leave it to dry, and then we'll carry on with that another day when I know it's totally dry, because I want to ink up some papers and things to use throughout the journal, because I haven't got anything that's sort of like ready black, so I need to try and create that, and I've got no ink except for the distress inks, so it looks like it's going to be that. All right, I'll actually get some the weekend. I need some red ink, because red's a, you know, is a hard colour to get a nice vibe, you know, vibrant, so I need to get some really. Right, Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, right, what have I got? I have festive berries, candied apple. Okay, and I've got these two sprays here. This was from somewhere like Aldi. It's acrylic spray. That I've had a long time. That was Do Crafts, and this one's like a water-based paint, so acrylic, I expect, with shimmer, so a bit of mica. You can, like this one here, you could, long as you cut. Oh no, let's have a look. I'll just show you in a minute. Right, you can make your own, okay, with acrylic paint and water, okay, and eyeshadow that's got mica in it. Okay, you can put it in there and mix, but when you do that, make sure this here doesn't touch down here. You must cut it off so that it only reaches to about there, because if it picks up the mica, then it clogs up this. All right, that's the only thing that I found, but it still clogs up now and again. Oh, and put a little I put a ball bearing in it, or a little marble or something like that, something that you can, that helps, because the mica settles down here. Oh, it's down here. Okay, so here's a little ball bearing in them, or your old ones, make sure you keep the little ball out of it for the ones you make yourself. I will do a video on how I make things, really, but again, that's a whole video on its own, and I'm at the moment want to get this journal done. One of the first things I want to do is I want to add some red to this. Okay, so I think I've got no gesso on it, on that. The only thing I've got gesso on is some tags, I think, and maybe one of my envelopes. I've only got those three cut up ready, so that'll do for now, this one. So I'm going to mix some of this. Oh, that's a nice colour. It's nice and red. Getting me ready for Christmas. I think I'm going to have a bit of that as well. Might as well. And I've got some lace to do as well. As soon as you add water, yes, it does water it down quite a bit. Okay, this is only like the base. Oh, that's great. Base colour. That is brilliant. Love it. Okay, it's exactly what I wanted. Okay, what I'm going to do, just going to mop some of that up. And there. Like that. I'll dry it off a bit as well. Can't get hold of it there. Yeah, it's probably gone onto the back, but I don't mind. Like that. Let's have a look. A bit on the envelope. We'll be adding more to that. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to dry that. I'm going to put it on the radiator and just carry on doing what we're doing. So that can go on drying. All right. Okay, what I'm going to do now is mix them up. Yeah, it's a little tiny bit. It needs to be deeper than that. It does look like blood though. Okay. And I just bung them in a pile. I don't mind if some of the red goes on a bit of the other stuff. I really don't mind, because this is what gives it, you know, depth of colour sometimes, or a little bit of different effects going on. I'm just going to water some of this down. Yeah, I haven't got the re-inkers. Re-inkers are fantastic for this. Okay, but I haven't got the re-inkers in those. So that's fine. I think Festus berries. It's a bit darker, so I'm gonna do that. Because you don't have to do it a couple of times, but I don't want it to go orange. It might do first, and then if you do it again, it should be. Yeah, I got really cold in here today. It's freezing out there. It really is cold. Right, I'm going to mix some of this, I think, because I don't want to waste all my nice Tim Hortons. You can't have that. Oh, that's pink. Never mind. Let's put it on, and then, yeah, look at that. Look red, doesn't it? Oh no, that's not a bad colour though. Oh, let's go for it, eh? Bit of shimmer. There you go. That's great. Well, we should get a nice red colour with that. Looks like some of it's got very liquid in it. Right. Okie dokie. I think we can water that down a bit as well, make it go further. Scary stuff, isn't it? I got gloves on though today, so I was behaving myself. Right. Want to see the colours. I'll put it in my little book and see what happens. That's a fantastic colour. Just make sure I get a good ring out. Some of it will definitely have to be done again. I mean, look how pink that's drying, look on that. I mean, that's not red at all, is it? It is now. Little pinky tinge, but it's okay. It's a good layer to start with. So time I go black over that as well. Okay. Well, I'm going to go right over that one. I think that'll look nice. Black over the top of it, black stamping. And then I go and put these all on the radiator, and then I over stamp things like this. It just gives me loads of odd pieces of paper. Yeah, it's getting a bit pink now. I can go over the top of it. Some deli paper. You just tone it all down when you add black, you see, so I need some more colour. Go. Right, let's see if I can a piece of paper for it to all go on. I will use that one, but I'm just going to add a bit of that in there. Yeah, I love that. Nice. Try and sort of open it out a bit because I don't want to iron it if I have to. So that sort of well wrung it out, didn't I? There we go. Okay, that can go that side, and then all the papers, as long as they're dry, they don't stick together. Okay, so I'll just go through. I will open that one out like that. There's some nice, something nice going on there. Right, let's wipe the window. These are double music papers, you know, for either pockets or tags or things. Okay, definitely need some more red on. But it might be okay once we put the black on. That tones it all down. There we go. They shouldn't stick together now. Oh wow, that's good. And look what's happened there on that one. You see that? Something interesting going on in there. I'll leave that as it is. Yeah, and that I'm going to get some off of the ink there, off of the material. Right, that shall all dry and we will mop up. The black ones are done. Yeah, I think it looks quite good. It's quite Gothic-y, you know, some black there. That was just some out of the printer ink, that one. And that, they would look quite nice over stamped with silver, something like that really. Right, let's mop up then. how I do that part. Just have fun. But if you worry about getting messy, then I suggest you don't follow me, because I am such a messy crafter. But I love it. Just wiping the window. All I'm doing now is just seeing if there's any bits that we can mop up before I start to wash down. I think that's it. I think I need to clean that off. A little bit up there. Well, it's all over my phone. Better wipe that off too. Right, okay, I'll see you in a minute.